Hello everyone, welcome back to Easy Education London, and this is our pre-planned question 5 for section B English Language paper 2. Now many of you have requested or asked, so can I pre-plan my answer or have a pre-written answer for section B for English Language paper 2? Now the truth is, you can pre-plan your answer to a certain extent, and if you can follow this template that I'll be going through, you can hopefully secure at least 50 to 60% of the marks for this paper if done correctly. So this template is not will not get you 100% because obviously we don't know the question. Now, if you use this as the main skeleton or the main base of your argument or your answer, then for sure you are on your way to get top marks. Okay, so let's get started and let's have a look at it in further detail. So paragraph 1, of course, regardless of if you're writing your article, your letter, your speech, you'll have your introduction. So within your introduction, I'd like you to follow certain things. So using a rhetorical question, a hyperbole, 2 ambitious vocabulary, and 2 types of punctuation. So you'd know if you've watched my previous videos to use the 2-to-2 rule. So each paragraph, ideally, you aim to use 2 ambitious vocabulary, 2 types of punctuation, and 2 types of techniques. So that allows you to get the top marks for AO5 and AO6. So what I've done is, as you can see in the green, I've put some generic phrases that you can use where topic X is the topic given in the exam. So if it's social media, then you put social media, as you can see I put in the example. Or if it's, for example, let's say sports, I forgot to zoom out. So if it's on sports, then all you do is you change topic X to sports, things like that. So what you do is you memorize this and practice some questions based on my template. So take a screenshot of this for paragraph number 1. I will be going on live, TikTok and YouTube live the night before the exam. So that's Wednesday evening. If you are interested in joining and asking questions, feel free to join, but do follow and subscribe for your notifications. So that's paragraph 1. Paragraph 2 is your point 1. So your main point that you'd be making, the first point, that is based on your plan. What should you use? You should use direct address and facts and figures. And alongside that, at least 2 types of ambitious vocabulary. So we've got myriad and captivating, and 2 types of punctuation, colon and an exclamation mark. So same thing with the direct address and the facts and figures. I've given you generic phrases you all can use regardless of the question. So for example, you need to act today. You need to make changes now. Okay, simple, effective, and it sounds persuasive as well. Facts and figures. A recent study conducted by Sky News had illustrated 72% of ... which suggests ... So that, obviously, the missing space or gap is for you to fill in depending on the question. So take a screenshot of this. That is already, as you can see, 2 pre-written paragraphs. And if you follow it correctly, then you are definitely going to get top marks. So learn this, memorize it, and use it in your exam because it will help you get the top marks for your answer. Now moving on to paragraph 3 is point 2. So here you use emotive language and expert opinion. Alongside that, you use 2 ambitious vocabulary. So you've got paramount and euphoric. You've got dash and a question mark. So what I've done is, as you know, we are Easy Education. We do want to make your education easy. So it's a generic template that you all can use. And it's something which is tailored to the exam. And to be honest, I haven't seen anything like this online. So, it's something really unique and very specific that you all can use regardless of your exam board. Okay. So here you can use emotive language and expert opinion. Imagine what would happen if ... Use a range of negative or positive adjectives depending on the question to elaborate. So generally, if it's negative, then you'll use more negative adjectives and vice versa. Expert opinion from a professional with specialized knowledge, a professor, a doctor, etc. So you use a relevant expert opinion to help hook the reader to your side of the argument. Then we've got paramount and euphoric, and a dash and a question mark. Okay, so remember, obviously you will adapt and you'll expand on each point, but these are things that need to form the base of your answer for each paragraph. And then remember, we want to use structure as well in our answers, not just language. So we can use a one sentence paragraph for paragraph 4, which is going to be your point 3. So here it could either be a positive or a negative, depending on what side of the argument you are discussing or writing about. And remember, don't sit on the fence, because the whole purpose of this question is for you to persuade. You need to show the ability to convince the examiner. So we have a blessing which has changed lives, meticulously touching the hearts of millions around the world. That's positive. So if you're generally speaking about social media being a blessing and being something fantastic or being a phenomenon, then that's a sentence you can use. Whereas if you're arguing the opposite, or the opposite side, you could say, a burden which has snatched lives, obnoxiously scarring the hearts of millions around the world. So look, that's a negative one sentence paragraph, which you all can use. So by the way, it doesn't have to be social media. Depending on the question, it could be on global warming. Okay, so that's one prediction if I was to provide you with. Since paper 1 you had an extract about the heat, etc., there is that possibility that paper 2 you'll have something to do with the environment, global warming, recycling, pollution, and also healthy lifestyle, how to improve our diet and how to live a healthy lifestyle with sports and exercise. So, within that region or within that theme, that's definitely a possibility. Then paragraph 5 is your point 4. So here you counter the counter. What this means is you counter, meaning you give the opposite side of the argument of what some other people may argue, but then you counter that and tell us why that's wrong. So you might ask, sir, how do I do that? Look, you can follow the blue. Some may argue, ... So tell us what some people may argue or think. And then after you counter that and you say, however, in the next sentence, however, the reality is ... Now, within that paragraph, you can still use language devices. I've recommended here an oxymoron and alliteration. So you can use deafening silence. So it's a generic phrase you can use and memorize and apply. Any skeptical individuals will be greeted with a deafening silence. So you're trying to prove a point, okay, and you're trying to show how confident you are with your point. So that would be a great way to emphasize what you are trying to address. And also you get marks for using oxymoron and alliteration. God's green earth, XYZ. So God's green earth, alliteration, easy, simple, moving on. Animosity and aloof, too ambitious vocabulary for you to use. Animosity means to show hatred towards someone or something. Aloof is used to describe someone who's unfriendly. And within that paragraph, you can use a hyphen and an exclamation mark. And finally, your paragraph 6. Now, you can write more than 6 paragraphs, but this is just a bare minimum, okay, for the 40 marker. If you want to do 7 or 8 and add your own paragraph between one of these, then that's completely fine as well. Your paragraph 6 could be a conclusion. Here, what I like to do is use a cyclical structure. So how you started is how you end as well, in a similar way. So is topic X a burden or a blessing? If you remember, that's what we asked in paragraph 1. Now you're essentially asking the same question as the beginning, and you are answering that as well in an explicit or implicit way. There's no doubt topic X is a gift directly sent from heaven. So for example, if it's on social media, there's no doubt social media is a gift directly sent from heaven. And then you can have one or two more sentences to conclude your answer. And that is it. That is your pre-planned section B for English language GCSE paper 2. I hope you have found this informative. I do believe this is very detailed, and it's something that you all can use in your upcoming exams. I have gone over this in further detail. Do follow us on all social media platforms, on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube for more updates, and we are going to be going live. So do give us a follow on TikTok and YouTube to get notifications. And thank you all for your continued support. The recent feedback has been amazing, and I wish you all the best for your last and final exam. It's been an incredible journey this year, class of 2023-2024. And yeah, that is it. If you have any comments, anything you'd like to ask, do join our YouTube live for more. Other than that, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share for more. Thank you.